I think team unity is something that's important for every single team. Sports teams, athletic teams, in the workforce. I think in order to understand team unity, you've got to understand the concept of synergy, which means that 1 plus 1 equals 3. That means that collectively, each member of a team working together can produce a product that is so much greater than the individual themselves. I know on a football team, unity means that regardless of what position you play, you're all working together cohesively for one common goal, and a goal that's far greater than anything that each individual could achieve on their own. I think the biggest thing we had to do was when we came on the practice field or when we came to work, we had to put aside a lot of the negativity and a lot of the animosity that we may have had off the field. A lot of guys didn't like each other, but one thing that we did is we respected each other. And we respected each other and we trusted each other that when we got on that field that each man was going to do his job and work in one accord with the guy standing next to him, so that when you got on the field on Saturdays, you knew that the man next to you was going to get his job done. In 2008, my senior year, we had just finished summer workouts, and there was something different in the air. Guys were working together unlike they worked before. We were really excited about going into our first season with Coach Nutt, and I was just leaving Oxford. I was on Highway 78 right outside of Tupelo, and I began to think about ways that could further bring our team together, ways that could unify us more. And so I had this idea, this one heartbeat idea, that coming together as one heartbeat, one rock, one unit fighting together against everybody else that we came in contact with. And I called Coach Beaumont and called Coach Nutt and I said, hey, something simple as just a wristband, can we get made up that says one heartbeat on it, so that we know that when we look at that we're reminded that we are one heartbeat and that we do play together. And if we play together, then nobody can beat us. It's funny because, I meet a lot of people, and a lot of people that are Rebel fans might know who I am. A lot of other people who are, marginal or outside Rebel fans have no clue who I am. Oh, you played football for Ole Miss? Yeah, I played fullback. But as a fullback, as a guy who's not in the limelight, that's not in the spotlight, I didn't have a lot of interviews. I don't get a lot of publicity. I'm not endorsing someone giving me a car on the Jumbotron at football games. But that doesn't make my job any less important than what it was, because quite honestly, what I did on the football field was absolutely vital for my team to win, and I knew that, which meant me giving and sacrificing my body and hitting somebody as hard as I possibly could so that the guy running behind me could get glory, or so that the guy throwing the ball could get glory. And I was a role player, and a lot of people didn't know me, and a lot of people don't respect or don't understand what I did, and that's fine with me, because you need people who aren't exactly in the limelight, who aren't the ones garnering most of the attention, to be the ones working and paving the way for each other. Tony Dungy has a quote and says that your job on this team, your role, your job is to make this team better. Is to do everything you can to make this team better. And I think if you look at it from a team standpoint, that whatever you do as an individual helps the team, as opposed to it's all for me. I think success is going to come in one shape, form, or fashion or the other. But if you look at the team as a means for you to get some glory or some attention, not only will you not achieve your maximum or your highest potential, but the team won't be as good as they could possibly be. Going into the locker room, there's a quote that hangs above the door of the locker room, and it says something to the effect of, the greatest enemy is division from within. Meaning that any external attack or any outside attack, we together can defend against that outside attack. But the most dangerous and deadly poison or enemy is division from within. We experienced some division from within one year, and it literally ripped our team apart. Some guys had a squabble and a disagreement that festered and grew into something larger and something so much bigger. which ultimately propelled the team to be split. In order to be successful, you cannot have division from within. It's because then at that point you can't look at the man next to you and say, I trust him to do his job. I trust him that no matter what happens, he's going to do this job. What happens when you don't trust him is that you start to try to take over and do his job, and you neglect to do what you're supposed to be doing. So division from within never works. Now, you can battle and defend anything from without together. You'll unify in that way, from the attitude of self-preservation, if you will. But division from within, it's a cancer. It is. And it will rip you to shreds.